When I began my entrepreneur journey, planning the way I used to plan in my corporate life didn't really work. I had too many things in my hand, and frankly, I ended up being frustrated and lost. Since then, these past 2 years, I believe I have evolved into a definitive style of planning that totally works for me. But what works for me need not work for you. So today I'm going to share with you my 5 golden rules to smart planning. And if you stick till the very end, I will share with you a bonus tip that you can use, especially if you're a first-time entrepreneur starting a business from home. Hey, I'm Aparna. I'm your personal coach, helping you upskill yourself to lead the life that you desire. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button on the screen right now. And don't forget to press the bell icon so you're the first to know when I post a new video. So I know there's so much of information out there that talks about productivity, how do you maximize your time, etc. My 5 golden rules to smart planning will give you guidance in how you can plan your day, because hey, only you know what works best for you. Rule number 1, write it down. Imagine going to a supermarket and then deciding what you want to buy. How much time do you think that will take? Writing your plans down will work just this way. So invest in a good organizer, planner, diary, notebook, notepad, whatever that works for you. Write down the details of all the things that you need to do. Your goals, your plans, and your tasks. Sort of like a brain dump. This allows you to first of all empty your brain so that you can use it to actually doing these things. By writing it down, there are more chances that you will remember to do all the things that you want to do and not rely only on your memory. Rule number 2, schedule your planning. I used to plan every day thinking that's the best thing to do, but later realized that I was unnecessarily putting too much of pressure on me. So now I have evolved to a weekly planning mode. I have yearly goals, which are broken down to monthly goals and further broken down to weekly goals. Now I use these weekly to-dos and decide what work to do every single day. Does it sound like too much of work? Actually, no. When you write down your goals and schedule your tasks, you'll realize that there is so much more time that you can spend in actually doing that work rather than deciding what you want to do. The time that I take to do all this is 30 minutes per week. Scheduling this way not just helps me stay on course to my yearly goals, but also take the pressure off of me to decide what I need to really do to grow my business. Rule number 3, time blocking. This is more of a technique than a rule, but the thought is that you block chunks of your time to do your planned tasks. It will not just boost your productivity, but you will get into a focus mode far quicker than any other technique or tool that is out in the market. By time blocking, you're not just preparing yourself mentally for the upcoming task, but also find time to do the things that you really enjoy. I schedule everything on calendar. My eat and sleep times, my personal rituals, time with my family, and of course the time I need to do planning. Rule number 4, schedule in your distractions. The reason they are called distractions is because you enjoy doing them, isn't it? But they do not necessarily contribute to your overall goals, like chatting with friends or browsing through the social media posts or watching a YouTube video. The best way to not let them affect you is to schedule in your distractions into your calendar. More like a reward program. So for every 2 hours of dedicated work that gets done, you will reward yourself 15 minutes of time on Facebook or chatting with your friends on WhatsApp. Rule number 5, be plan B ready. In spite of all the planning, things will go wrong, and that is the Murphy's Law. Always have a plan B in place. Like you've scheduled a time today to visit your client and suddenly you get a message that the client has postponed the meeting. If you have a plan B ready, you will be able to wing it in an instant. So even when I plan to shoot a video, there are many things that go wrong. Like today, there's a construction happening in our building and so much of noise that I'm forced to put the fan on to mask that noise. There's also issues with the light. The sun is coming and going, so you can see the changes in the light on my face. But I have a plan B ready that if this shoot doesn't happen, I know exactly what I need to do otherwise. So it makes sense to keep the plan B ready. So there you go. Those are my golden rules that I use to get things done for my business. Now here's the bonus tip. If you're planning to start a business and work it out from your home, my topmost tip to you is to find dedicated private area of work in your home. All you need is a desk and a chair and a place where your family knows they should not disturb you when you're there. This place should ideally be away from your living space and should be noise and distraction free. This desk where I sit helps me get back into the work mode. This is where I get all my business work done. That's it for me today. I will detail out how do you set up a home office and share with you valuable tips that I've learned as a first-time entrepreneur in the next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you find this video resourceful. Please give it a thumbs up if you do and share it with your friends. I'll see you next week. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.